Hi, my name is Amber and this is the Bookshelf Scavenger Hunt. Now for this video, I have no pre-done answers beforehand. I'm going to just kind of go as I read them out loud. First, an author name or title with a Z in it. I know I have one, I just don't remember what it is. Any scratching or squeaking you hear throughout this video is my dog playing around. So I found these vicious masks. This is by Terry Shanker and Kelly Zekas. Zekas has a Z in it. Number 2, a classic. It should be easy for me. The problem is I think all of my classics are on the top shelf. For this one I picked Alice in Wonderland. I have a couple of classics on my shelf, but this is definitely one of my very, very pretty ones. It is leather bound. Number 3, a book with a key on it. This is the one that I've seen everybody answer and I don't know if I have one. Nope. I give up. Okay, so I really don't think I have a book with a key on it. If I do, if you happen to see it, please let me know because I honestly don't think I have one with a key on it. Number 4, something that is not a book. I'm gonna hold up this because I don't tend to talk about this very often. This right here is always on my Harry Potter shelf. It is a little pocket watch that has the Deathly Hallows symbol on the front. Next, oldest book. Now, I don't know if this means the oldest book that I own or what is considered the oldest published book that I have. Since I don't think I have any crazy old books published date-wise, I'm gonna go with what's oldest for me. Twilight was definitely one of those first books that got me into reading, and it will always be that big important thing for me, and this is my original copy that I had when I first picked it up. It has the broken spine and pages that are falling apart. Number 6, a book with a girl on the cover. That should be easy. I'm gonna pick Airfire because it's right there directly in my face when I turned around. I don't actually tend to talk about Airfire very often because while I enjoyed this book, it is definitely probably my least favorite in the series so far. 7, a book with an animal on it. I know exactly which one I'm going for. I went with Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I've talked about this book tons and tons of times on my channel already. I have a review which I will have linked down below, which you need to go check out because this book is incredible. But I'm picking this one not only because it's one of the few that I automatically think of with an animal on the cover, but because there's a Dachshund on the cover and I'm biased to Dachshunds. Number 8, a book with a male protagonist. I decided to go with Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This has 2 main male characters in it. Number 9, a book with only words on it. This might be impossible. I don't fully know if this counts, but I'm picking Gemina. It's the only one I can think of that only has words on the cover. Next is a book with illustrations in it. Gonna try not to pick Gemina again, because I easily could. What is another book with illustrations in it? I'm going to choose Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the screenplay based on the movie. This book has some absolutely gorgeous illustrations in it. Number 11, a book with gold lettering on it. I automatically know the one I want, but of course it's really high up here. For this one, I have to choose Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerall. This has some of the most beautiful gold lettering on the front. It's definitely one of my favorite covers. I absolutely love how just gorgeously white and gold this cover is. Next, Find a Diary, True or False. This one might actually be impossible. I really don't think I have a diary, but I'm gonna check just in case. So I can't think of any that have a diary in it. I was almost gonna choose Hunted by Megan Spooner, but I don't think that counts as a diary. So I don't have a diary on my shelf. Next, a book written by someone with a common name. Yeah, there you are. While her first name might not be super common, at least to me it's common, but I know to most people they have no idea how to pronounce it. I picked up In I Darken by Kirsten White. White is a very common last name, so that is what I'm gonna go with. Next, a book with a close-up on it. Guess it doesn't matter what it's close-up of, does it? Just needs to be a close-up. This works. I decided to go with Winter by Marissa Meyer. This has a close-up of an apple on the cover. I think most any book in this series could probably work for this. All of them kind of have a close-up of something. Next, a book that takes place in the earliest time period. I probably have some that take place in an earlier time period than what I'm going to go with. I know I have one that's a few years earlier, but I'm trying not to use these vicious masks again. So I'm going to use Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I know this took place in the 1800s. It's a little bit after the time period that is these vicious masks, just a few years after. I know there's probably something on this shelf that take place way earlier than these, but I'm trying to use books I've already used before and I also just have no clue. So Stalking Jack the Ripper is the one I'm going to choose for this. Next, a book without the dust jacket. So I don't have any books on my bookshelf that don't have the dust jacket on them. I decided to go with a book that I think could easily be without the dust jacket and just still be that gorgeous. And that is The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Bador. The covers are actually really, really pretty for the series, but for the hardcovers, it is just as gorgeous without the dust jacket off of it. It easily looks like it could just be the book as is. Next, a teal or turquoise colored book. This is my favorite section in all of my rainbow bookshelves, so this should be really easy. Problem is, I'm gonna want to pick a ton of them. I'm going to pick City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. This looks really green on camera, but I swear it's teal in person. These are the UK special editions that I have been slowly trying to collect over time, and I love them very, very much. They are absolutely beautiful, beautiful covers and beautiful colors for each book. Number 18, A Book with Stars on It. I know exactly the one I'm going to choose, even though there's one right next to it that also has stars on it. I decided to go with These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I haven't read this yet, but I really, really want to. I absolutely love anything that Amy Kaufman has done, and I just recently read Hunted by Megan Spooner, so I love both of their writings and I'm really excited to get into this series soon, but this book definitely has stars on the cover. And finally, the last one, a non-YA book. I know the one I'm going to go with because it's going to be really close. I decided to go with You by Caroline Kepnes. This is one of the few adult books that I've had my eye on for a while just because I've heard so many weird, crazy things about it. So I'm really interested to see what it's going to be like. I guess I could go with middle grade too very easily. That counts as not YA if it's middle grade. So those are all the questions for the book Scavenger Hunt. This isn't really a tag, so I'm not going to tag anybody. I hope you guys enjoy this video and I'll see you guys next time. What do you got on your face, huh?